Hey guys, Andre from Norman Hill Realty. I'm a real estate agent here in the Greater Toronto Area, and this is the third episode in a series where I teach you everything you need to know about purchasing your first real estate investment property. And this is an important one. This is one I'm super passionate about, and this is the one thing you should take from all my videos. If you learn nothing else, it is this one, and it is how to choose a good lot, what makes a good lot. I'm super passionate about it, more because I get angry at the people who buy just horrible lots. I just don't know what goes through their head. We're gonna annotate a PDF, and I'm gonna show you exactly which lots you should buy, which lots you should avoid. I'm super excited also because I get to use my Apple Pencil for something other than scribbling on my kids' photos. Let us begin. So this is my subdivision, and before we begin, yes, I'm a hypocrite. There is a train right over here. I don't live beside the train. I can't hear the train. It doesn't affect me. It's kind of silly that there is a train that goes through. There's another subdivision on the right-hand side here with slightly more expensive homes. And I don't know why they bought this piece of land, but it's a great location. It's in Kleinberg, and there is the Highway 427 extension coming in down here. So location is perfect. I love it. But yeah, I am a hypocrite kind of that way. You shouldn't really buy that close. Anyways, let's begin. So this is how you get into the subdivision right over here. So my first rule is do not buy on a main road. Try not to back onto a main road, and do not front on a main road. So all of these homes right over here would be a no for me. Do not front on or back onto a main road. It's the noise, it's being unsafe for children, it's the vandalism. It's just, you're not part of the subdivision, so avoid that. You want to be in a quiet zone where you walk outside your house, things are peaceful, you can walk your dog, it's nice and calm. You don't want to have cars racing by at all times of the day. So avoid those. So another example would be, this is a major through, so anything here, avoid, 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 avoid. All right. This also counts over here. This is a bit different. There's a bit of green space over here, but I would avoid anything in this area. And then also any of these over here. All right. So second rule is do not front or back onto commercial or a train track or anything stupid. I mean, it's just such common knowledge. I don't know why you would do it. So these guys over here with the train, I do not know what you're thinking when you like, who goes, the only thing you can do when you purchase a pre-construction home is look at the site plan and purchase, choose your lot. I mean, that's the most important thing. Who says, yes, I'm going to buy right beside the train? It boggles my mind. Do not do that. That is a death sentence. Your house will be listed forever. You will not be able to sell that home. Another example, we don't have commercial here, but we have potential commercial down here. You see general commercial. That's going to be coming in the future. So do not front or back onto commercial. Unfortunately, for these guys, that is going to suck. Imagine if they build the commercial property and like your front door looks into like the garbage bin or the back of the commercial. It's gonna look horrible. Nobody's gonna want to buy that from you. And it's gonna suck for you as well. So do not buy on commercial front or back onto it. Oh, and here's a great one. I mean, come on, up here. We have a cemetery. So these guys, they look out onto a cemetery every morning when they leave their house. They pull out, they look at gravestones. I don't even know how the builder allowed this. I don't know how they even sold it to anybody. That is just such common knowledge. I shouldn't have to tell you guys this. That just boggles my mind. And then we have things like schools. So I would not live right on a school. These poor souls over here, their driveway coincides with the school entrance, the driveway. So they have cars coming in and out all the time. It's just way too much traffic. I mean, you don't know where the school is going to be when you buy off the site plan, so you're kind of guessing. I would just eliminate that. But if you were to buy resale now, absolutely avoid that. You know, these guys over here, that's okay. You're looking onto green space. You're looking onto this park. It's not bad. I don't mind it. You know, it's a bit risky if you're buying off the site plan, but I think it's kind of, I don't know, cute. Cute's the wrong word. It's very cozy. You know, you walk out, there's a big green space. I don't actually mind that. All right, next rule. Do not buy on the outskirts of a subdivision. You want to feel like you're part of the subdivision. You want, when your kids go outside, you want to play with it. You know, you don't want to have to like feel like you're, I don't know how to explain it. You're on the outskirts of the subdivision. So all of these lots, I already crossed these out, but you're not even part of the community. So these guys over here, again, that's a double no-no. These guys, again, double no-no. These guys at the front here, you know, that's not too bad, but I would just avoid that. Anything on the edge, especially if you're like closer to a main road. So these guys over here, avoid that. Where is this main road? Right over here. Like these guys, you know, you're just at the very edge. I don't even know. You're never going to run into anybody. You want to feel like you're part of the community. So not just, how do I say it? 100 times. You're on the edge of the community. Don't buy on the edge of anywhere. You want to be right in the middle of it. What's next? Don't buy on a T, like a property that's on a T. So let me give you an example here, right here. So this road, you know, you have cars coming here and their lights, the cars are going to be shining their lights into your house every evening. And also it's kind of strange. It's basically you're going straight onto a street, and if you keep going, your driveway is in the middle of this whole intersection. It's kind of a weird feeling. It's not that bad when it's small like that, but sometimes I see, you know, major intersections where you have your driveway literally in the middle of the intersection. It's just ridiculous. It just feels so weird. What, everybody's going like past the intersection. Oh no, let me pull into my driveway. So avoid that. It's kind of strange. It's the lights in the evening, and it's also just strange having your driveway in the middle of an intersection. It doesn't make any sense. Here's another example. Don't do that. Where else? Yeah, you get the gist. Next are corner lots. I personally don't like corner lots. You have a lot of green space to cut, and it's not really even your green space. You can't even fence it off. The house is a bit awkward. The floor plans are usually flipped, and the front of your house is the side of the house where you're never gonna meet your neighbors. It's a bit strange. You have to walk around your house to get to your front door. I don't like it. Some people like it. I think it works in some scenarios. In the States sometimes, you know, we have those really nice wraparound porches, and it's, you know, it's a bigger house, but not in these smaller subdivisions. And lastly, something you should try to look for is where the sidewalk is. Which side of the street is a sidewalk? Because the sidewalk is going to chop your driveway in half, and you're going to have these cars hanging off the side. It looks horrible. You're not technically allowed to do it. The city doesn't really give you a ticket, but it just looks horrible. It's super annoying. If you have 2 cars right now, you don't have any kids, sure, it's no problem because you only have 2 cars. But if you have guests, if you do have kids down the line, it's just such a pain. You have to put a 3rd car, 4th car somewhere else. So try to avoid the side of the street that does have the sidewalk. And also remember, you're responsible for that sidewalk when it snows. So if somebody slips, trips, falls, whatever, you don't shovel it, you're in trouble. Okay, I know I've crossed off half of the neighborhood already, but let's get to the lots that I like, that you should buy. And these are the kind of properties you should buy and hold, especially if you're gonna be rolling the dice and buying a more expensive property downtown. Lot is everything. If you want that builder to pay top dollar for your lot, you need to be very vigilant when you buy. All right, so what I like a clean lot. So I like something, you know, nice and rectangular, nothing too cut up. I mean, this is fine just because it's a bigger lot in a subdivision, so that's going to be desirable. But I don't want these strange lots like this over here. None of that. Just keep them nice, rectangular, you know, keep it nice and easy. So you want to be inside the subdivision. So this is good for me, right? This is good for me. This is great. You're on a ravine. That's a bonus. So that's really good. This is good. This is good. All right. I like all of these. These are great. See, guys, I'm choosing properties. These are great. On the ravine, good, good. Maybe up to there. I don't want to be too close to the main road. That's good. These are good. This is on a T over here. So, well, I mean, this, I don't know. This is such a small road. It probably wouldn't bother me, but I would still avoid it. This is good. This is good. This is good. See, so there are some places you can buy. Down here, that's good to me. This is okay over here. You're looking onto green space. I don't mind it. Just don't buy it when you're buying it off a site plan. That's risky. This is good for me. Actually, this one, you're kind of on a T over here. Would avoid that. But you know, these are okay. These are okay. Up here, these are okay. This is probably okay. This is good. Not too far out for the subdivision. Remember, you want to be inside the subdivision. Most of these, other than the ones that are on the T, that is good. Well, I guess I should. Okay, so for example, here, there's some lots that don't work. So you don't want to be near the edge here. That's a no-no. You're too close to the main road. You're on the main road. You don't want to be in front of the lane where all the cars go in and out. You know, you don't want to be here because it's in front of a road. You know, so there's a few here that work, but you see how you kind of narrow it down. In here works as well. Ravine lots, these are perfect. Now they are kind of close to this train over here, but you're far away enough that that's not going to affect the value of the property. It's a bit too close for me, but realistically you can't hear it. Well, you can hear it, I guess. It's pretty close, but you can't. It doesn't really affect it as much as you would think as these guys on the front here. So these guys would be okay, and I know they're okay because I've seen the prices of these. They haven't been affected at all. These are ravine lots as well, so this is very desirable. Just a bit too close to the train, so try to go on the other side of the ravine if you can. These are great. These are great. These are great. This works. This works, this works, that works, this works. Those probably too close to the main road, so I would say no. All right, so that's kind of the idea. I don't have to go through all of them, but there, now you do see the lots that, now it makes sense. Now you see the red and the green. There's a lot of green. It kind of seems complicated when you don't have an overview. When you're driving by, you can't really see what's around. But if you just go into Google Maps and you zoom in, you know, this is simple. And now that you know the rules, you can kind of pinpoint the perfect lot. And that's going to be, again, so important. If there's a house that looks gorgeous and you're thinking, why is this not selling? I bet you zoom out and you're going to see it's beside a highway, it's beside commercial, it's backing onto something, and that is why it is sitting. No matter how beautiful it is inside, people are not going to buy that house. You should not buy that house. Do not get tempted by the price. In the end, the lot matters the most. That is the first thing people look at. Do not buy a bad lot. I hope that helps, guys. Any questions, comments? If you need help buying a property, call, text, email, live chat on my website with me. Go straight to my phone. Do not leave a voicemail. Happy to help you. Happy to answer any questions. I'll see you in the next one.